Hello everybody, and welcome back once again to Gaza Goju YT. And after the huge success that my Indom 2.0 has had over the past month, it's time for me to finally release my version of the Indoraptor 2.0. So without further ado, let's begin. The first genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is Australovenator wintonensis. This will be my hybrid's base genome, with its highly pneumatic skeleton, streamlined but muscular frame, and primary weapon of choice being those gigantic forelimbs that combine strength with dexterity, with the added bonus of massive hooked claws on the tips of their 3 fingers. Even though I won't be using these claws as the base structure, they will be used to modify them and make them sharper, giving us a simple base that offers numerous benefits common within the Indoraptor clade, while being the perfect size for fulfilling its task as a weapon of war. The second genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is Edmontosaurus annectens. The most well-known hadrosaur provides its leg and tail anatomy for not only boosting the hybrid's speed and stamina, but also allowing it to transition between bipedal and quadrupedal stances for deploying different hunting strategies. The third genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is the leatherback sea turtle. This car-sized marine reptile provides a bolstered immune system, its ability to detect magnetic fields, coupled with lactic acid buffering agents in the muscle fibers to prevent fatigue, and lastly, it provides a thick, smooth, yet rubbery epidermal layer of skin for maintaining the hybrid's dermal armor in good condition. The fourth genetic contributor to my hybrid's genome is the Congo Bashir. This living fossil provides its flexible, diamond-shaped gonoid scales, which will be situated at the dermal skin layer underneath of the sea turtle skin, especially that these scales are dermal bony structures that, while not directly connected, are tightly packed and serve a defensive function just like the osteoderms embedded in the leatherback's dermis, with the Bashir scales basically combining the best traits of arapaima scales and alligator gar scales into one, in addition to extra blood vessels for better transfer of oxygen to the organs, as well as a valve to close off the windpipe to prevent unwanted substances from making their way through. The fifth genetic contributor to my hybrid's genome is the nurse shark. Besides getting along well with humans, this predator provides other benefits, such as a stronger liver for filtering out toxins, diseases, heavy minerals, etc., its fluorapeptide complex for strengthening the teeth, as well as reinforced joint cartilage for greater flexibility during movement. The sixth genetic contributor to my hybrid's genome is the African grey parrot, the smartest species of parrot, providing the primary brain structure of my hybrid for improving its problem-solving skills, spatial awareness, learning capabilities, and most importantly, its trainability and loyalty, amongst many other skills. In addition, it gives my hybrid its ability to mimic sounds for tricking, taunting, or distracting its targets, as well as an improved sense of balance for maintaining its footing during pursuit across a complex environment. The seventh genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is the Argentine black and white tegu. This awesome reptile will further enhance my hybrid's trainability and compliance to its human handlers as well as its intelligence, coupled with better color vision, Jacobson's organ for chemoreception, and most importantly, its jaws, which are incredibly strong, designed to break down many types of food, and come with a mammalian-esque dentition including molars, canines, and incisors. The eighth genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is the Cuban crocodile. The closest animal modern day has gotten to a land croc provides a bolstered immune system, facial armor with squamosal horns for intimidation, heightened intelligence and social structure, even stronger stomach acids for an energy-efficient metabolism, even better senses of night vision, hearing, smell, and sensory pits on the snout for detecting the slightest change in water pressure as well as motion, which when combined with its aquatic adaptations, partial weapon on the hind feet, more muscular tail, skin flanges on the eyes, outer ears, and nostrils, allow my hybrid to camp rivers, lakes, and other water bodies. The ninth genetic contributor in my hybrid's genome is Smith's dwarf chameleon. This is one of the very few chameleon species that can meaningfully use its color-changing ability for camouflage, hiding from predators, or ambushing unsuspecting prey. Note that the pigment cells responsible for color change are only located in the epidermis, i.e. the sea turtle skin, so the scales won't be affected. The 10th genetic contributor to my hybrid's genome is the banded mongoose. This adds on to my hybrid's venom resistance, as well as giving it faster reflexes without the need of a rapid metabolism. The 11th genetic contributor to my hybrid's genome is the spotted hyena. Scar's cackling millions provide stronger cardiac muscles and energy-efficient muscle fibers for better endurance without sacrificing much power, coupled with stronger stomach acids which come with the additional perk of a stronger immune system, bolstered senses of sight, hearing, and smell, and major modifications to the decu's dentition for preventing the teeth from cracking when biting through armor and crushing bone. The last genetic contributor to my hybrid's genome is the giant anteater. This funny looking mammal is not to be messed with, as its arm augmentations and 3 large sickle-like claws, all of which will be incorporated onto my hybrid alongside its knuckle-walking behavior, make it a deadly threat if provoked. Now that the list of genetic contributors is complete, let's introduce the finalized hybrid package. Indoraptor percossorum, name meaning the shadow assassin raptor, codename Jason. Height 1.35 meters or 4.4 feet in its quadrupedal stance, 1.8 meters or 6 feet in its bipedal stance, length 6.1 meters or 20 feet, weight 750 kilograms. Now on to the major announcement of this video, that being a second hybrid contest. What? Did you really think I was just gonna call it a day at a cheap knockoff of the original Great Hybrid War? Absolutely not. And this is why I've decided to start my second hybrid contest, the Great Hybrid Warfare. By now, a community post should have dropped on my channel, which explains all of the details that you need to know about this contest. And to many, you can think of this as a second chance to redeem yourselves from the original Great Hybrid War 1.1. So, good luck. And with that, we conclude this video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. And be sure to tune in next time for more hybrid content. So until then, goodbye.